Around the city's streets is now for the brave and attentive. From pickpockets to daring street kids, one has to be on high alert. Add another menace to that list, unreclaimed trenches and pits in and around the CBD, and you have a cocktail for disaster. Tafara Sbochiwe gives us more in the following report.
Trenchtown is a neighborhood located in the parish of St. Andrew, part of which is in Kingston, the capital and largest city of Jamaica. It is known to be influenced by dons and gangs, as well as the birthplace of Bob Marley. Back home, Zimbabwe's capital, Harare, is slowly turning into one. A trench town, literally. Yes, the city is home to some of Zimbabwe's most eminent persons, but trenches are now all over, posing a risk to both property and humans. And the digging of these trenches brought down this traffic light. It is still working, but who is it giving signals?
The traffic light behind me is working, but at the present moment it can only give signals to mosquitoes who have found a perfect habitation in these uncovered trenches.
When navigating Harare streets nowadays, one has to be extra cautious as the city's pavements are now perilous.
Uncovered trenches have become a problem in and around Harare. One can only imagine the trouble that motorists have to go through trying to negotiate these uncovered trenches, especially at night when visibility is low.
To some, these uncovered pits have become dumping sites and home to the homeless. The same homeless who are now a menace in the city.
This is Nelson Mandela, one of the most busiest roads in Harare, and behind me is another uncovered hole that presents a very dangerous situation, particularly for motorists. As we approach evening, traffic will accumulate, but this hole narrows the road, also contributing to the chaos that may actually obtain during peak hours.
During the peak hours, there is the slow movement of traffic as motorists try to negotiate around those trenches. But as well, they are breeding grounds for mosquitoes, particularly in this rainy season, where a lot of water accumulates in those trenches.
For pedestrians, they are now at the mercy of motorists as they negotiate these open pits. A well-wisher has put this inverted T-structure to save motorists from this uncovered hole. When it rains, one won't be able to tell the depth of the hole, and it has damaged several vehicles.
Especially motikari yakafura bashimanyori motikari inoda problem saka hazvinonjezi kumotikari zvinonjezi kunavanhu vari kufamba murodhi.
Tikuona kuti last week but one patine motikari yakatorovera ipapapo saka dzimwe motikari dziri kurovera ipapo dzichifira ipapapo saka rodhi zvakare futi tikuona kuti munomu pakauya chero vechidiki kana vechi vanowira imomo saka makomba aya akavharwa ka zvinhu zvinenge zvakanaka.
Motorists are forced to negotiate with oncoming traffic to avoid the hole. But who is digging them? And why does it seem to take forever to cover them?
But we are observing that even when we do discussions with councillors, with the officials in the road division, you hear different explanations. A lot of the people doing these trenches do not seek the authority of the council.
In case of accidents and injuries, who will be held responsible?
The council is held responsible for anyone who falls into a ditch, a pothole, or anything. That's the council. We are there to maintain those things in good condition. But the people who are digging are many and varied. There are many companies that are offering broadband services, underground services, and so forth and so forth. They dig, but the requirement at law is that they must restore the place that they have dug to a position that it was before they dug.
It is important for Harare City Council to regulate who and why these holes and trenches are dug, but it is more important for them to hasten the turnaround times so that these holes and trenches are covered without causing too much inconvenience to motorists and pedestrians. Reporting for ZTN Prime, I am Tafara Sbochiwe in Harare.